Today's AZMerit letter is E. So this is going to be similar to the problem that we did on Wednesday this week. It's going to be creating a linear function. Anytime you see what it says current topic, a lot of you getting confused, it just basically means that this is the topic that we went over in class. So linear equations. So a linear function contains three ordered pairs on the shown table. Create an equation with for a different linear equation that is twice the rate of change and the same initial value. So I'm going to underline twice and same initial value. The rate of change, I know this is slope. And this one is the y-intercept. Okay? So now I'm going to use the slope formula, right, to find slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, because I'm not specifically given what the slope is, and these numbers change consistently. So I'm going to use 7, 7, and 5, 6. And this is going to be my first ordered pair, and this will be my second one. Alright, so I have 7 minus 6 over 7 minus 5. 7 minus 6 is going to give me 1. 7 minus 5, 7 minus 5, so 5, 6, 7 would be 2. So my slope is a half. Okay, so I know that n and g, this is basically like x and y. Okay, if it helps to put x and y above it, perfect, do so. So I know that I need to solve for g. So part of my equation that I already know is g equals 1/2 n, because this is our x essentially. Okay, so remember our slope formula, our slope formula is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to basically match it up. I don't have a b, so I'm going to write g equals 1/2 n plus b. In order to find it, remember I gotta choose a point and plug it in for g and n so I can figure out what b equals. I'll use the first one since I didn't use it for the slope. Why not? So I'm going to plug in 4 for g and 1 for n. Anything times 1 is just itself, so 1 times a half is a half, plus b equals 4. So I need to get b by itself, so I'm going to subtract 1/2 from 4. Basically 0.5, so 4 minus 0.5 is going to be 3.5 equals b. Now I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, if you know what fraction this is, just like in the video I showed you yesterday, if I'm subtracting two fractions, this is technically a fraction, even though it's a whole number. I need to make the bottoms the same, so I'd multiply both sides by 2. 4 times 2 is 8 over 2 minus 1/2. So 8 minus 1 would give me 7 over 2. So I know that the rest of my equation is plus either 3.5. I'm going to leave it as 7 over 2. It's going to be a lot easier for me. But I'm still not done. What it says up here is that I need to create a different equation with twice the rate of change and the same initial value. So this 7 over 2 is going to stay the same. And I need to double my half. So 1/2 times 2, look at these. These two cancel and left with 1. Or if you know that a half times a half, if I have 50 cents and I get another 50 cents, it's going to equal a whole dollar. So my new equation, I'll write in orange, is going to be g equals 1n, or just n, plus 7 over 2. Alright, take a second. If you need to review through the video, that's perfectly fine. You can do so. Rewind it, stop it at any point if you needed to. We've done this problem on Wednesday, so I was just quickly going over with you to jog your memory about how to do it. Okay? So we are going to do number 2 here. Hold my paper. Alright, so it says Kelly is running home from the park. How cool. I wish I could run. The function shown gives her distance d in miles from home after t minutes. So negative 0.15t plus 2.3. Okay, so that's our function of her distance from home. Now we need to figure out what does negative 1.5 represent in this function. Obviously the answers aren't going to be that it's her slope, so I know that it has to do something with her consistently increasing or decreasing, because I know that it's the slope. Okay, so A, let's look at A. The number of minutes Kelly has been running. T tells us how many minutes, so that's definitely not it. Alright, B, the total distance from home when Kelly began running. Well, if you know her distance from home, that would be 2.3, because that's my y-intercept. That tells me where she's starting, where she began, so that can't possibly be it. Alright, so letter C, the total distance from home after each minute, okay, could be, but if you read it carefully, it says the total distance from home after each minute, meaning each minute she's going to be exactly that far away. And is that true? Well, no, because look at my equation, it's multiplied by negative 0.15. So this could be a possibility, but let's check the other answer. D, the rate at which the distance from home changes each minute. So look at the wording. This one says the rate. Remember, rate of change. Okay. The other one doesn't really have the words rate of change in it. Some questions might not even have the word rate, but I know that D is basically telling me that that is her slope, the rate at which the distance from home changes each minute. This is changing each minute. So the first minute it'll be negative 1.5. At 2 minutes it'll be a different time, at 3, at 12, and so on and so forth. So my answer is only D. Okay. If you have any questions, please do so ask one of us. You can ask me, you can ask your partner, like what the heck if they get it. Okay? You guys are going to do awesome on AZMerit. I believe in you. You've got this.